there in Game 3, but early on. So Jeff with a pair of Birds of Paradise, 2 lands in play. That's always a great start for him against Thomas's Jeskai Mentor. Go back to Thomas's play. He will start on turn 3 for him.
He's got a hollowed fountain and a steam vents. There's no way to know because they're the expeditions, but I know these ones.
Steam vents I understand because that's in Grixis, but I don't know how you know what Hallowed Fountain looks like.
You gotta know your enemy.
All right. Now, there are copies of Is It Staticaster in the sideboard for Thomas Willi. Jeff Hoogland hoping very heavily that Thomas doesn't have one of them.
Some main deck engineered explosives as well.
Logic Knot? I like this style.
Looks like there's no Electrolyze in the 75. That one would also be pretty brutal.
I'd like it, the long shuffle present and then say, oh yeah, by the way, Staticaster.
I hope so.
Oh, and it's there. It's there.
My.
It's there. These birds are going to fall out of the sky.
I'm not sure what my best line here is.
Hold on.
Well, I could play Monastery. Well, he has explosives too.
Oh, he plays Mentor.
Okay.
Passes.
Giving Jeff access to some mana.
Maybe he doesn't. Okay. I might have spoken too soon. There may not be a Staticaster there. There's no way that he wouldn't make that. Jeff's turn. Lightning Helix at the Monastery Mentor. Mutagenic Growth from Thomas to save it. Big play. Pumps it up to a 5/5. Gets a Monk token. No Lightning Helix here.
So I believe I spotted an engineered explosive in Thomas's hand.
That's huge.
The Mentor does trigger off of that. So taking your time. A little calculated risk here. I suppose on 5 mana, there's not a ton Jeff can do.
No, his hand was definitely Staticaster, Snapcaster, Engineered Explosives. Those are the 3 cards he has.
I see.
Okay, Mentor with growth backup's really good here, and I like that Thomas played it. I'm just going to say, if you are passing up this opportunity, that is a huge show of strength.
Yeah, no kidding.
But Thomas showing us how it's done. And Jeff... Orzhov Pontiff it'll kill off the Monk token. Now, that Mentor was all up to a 5/5, so it's actually still alive.
Yep.
And Jeff does have a 3rd Birds of Paradise in hand, so maybe Thomas is just waiting for the full value.
Why just go for 2? Well, the Staticaster just sticks around.
Yeah, but you just want to make him feel really bad.
To kill all 3 at the same time.
Swing for Monastery Mentor, and here is the Is It Staticaster, and it will mow down some birds. Dealing 1 damage to target creature and each other creature with the same name. We go back to Jeff Hoogland losing 2 creatures.
Jeff is in a pickle, to say the least.
Yeah, the Mentor is still alive. Jeff playing to keep the title in reach right now. Draws Lightning Bolts. That will help. But which one does it go at? Both of these creatures are wrecking his day. And he decides it has to be Monastery Mentor. Can't beat that.
Yeah, the Mentor is actually just threatening to kill him.
Swing with Orzhov Pontiff. Thomas down to 11.
Jeff can start peeling his higher impact creatures. Just like Restoration Angel, Thragtusk. He can actually just play Magic against the Staticaster and not care.
He draws another Monastery Mentor. That's going to be very good here. That's the draw he wanted. Just straight up, probably his best one. The deck's called Jeskai Mentor. I assume he wants to draw Mentor every day. And it looks like a pass on the turn from Thomas. Maybe not going to go for it right away. He has Engineered Explosives. Monastery Mentor. We'll get a look at the last 2 cards. Engineered Explosives. So we're going to see Jeff's turn. Draws Selfless Spirit. This Staticaster is really cramping his style right now.
Yeah. Jeff does have some live draws here. He has a number of creatures with more than 1 toughness. For creatures that die to the Staticaster, it's Birds of Paradise, his 1 of Selfless Spirit, that Orzhov Pontiff, a couple Eternal Witness. I suppose the Staticaster is good against Pia, Kieran, and Alar, but that's the end of the list.
Logic not the draw from Thomas. He'll play the Mentor this turn. Didn't end up playing anything last turn. Passes back. And if he untaps again, he's got a ton of good plays. We see Wall of Roots from Hoogland. Willi will be able to hold up Logic Knot and Snapcaster Mage, and he gets the untap. Here we go. Another card drawn from him. Didn't get a great look at it just yet.
Really
yeah,
hanging
Hallowed
out.
Moonlight.
Yeah.
That's one of his 2 copies. That's huge. A swing from Monastery Mentor. No reason to do anything just yet from Thomas. He'll let that happen. We go to Jeff's turn.
Yep.
He's going to, I think, cycle this Moonlight on end step.
He would like to have a 4th land so he can represent Moonlight and Logic Knot. Until he can do that, he might just hang out and attack for 2.
Okay. Eternal Witness is the draw from Hoogland.
I would counter that. That is a good spell.
Yeah. Can delve a lot of way to make him not get that one. And it looks like that's the play from Thomas. So Logic not counter it unless he pays X. X is 1 plus however many cards he delves away. So he needs to delve away 2 more to make sure this is countered.
Yeah. Gotta remember that Wall of Roots.
Yeah. Does get a Monk token, though. That's a prowess trigger. And no Eternal Witness for Hoogland. Back to Thomas Willi. He's
now,
got...
if he's able to produce a 4th land, he'll have access to Snapcaster, Logic Knot.
Spellskite, the draw from Thomas. Swings now with the Monk, the Mentor, and its student.
Now we got him on a 16-turn clock.
Yeah, I mean, if we can speed that one up. He sits back. Jeff draws. Plays a Violet Thicket, says go. Thomas, is he doing something on end step? He is. He'll cycle that Hallowed Moonlight, producing another Monk token. There we go. Drawing a card off the Moonlight.
A little bit of risk to see an extra card, but if he finds that 4th land, he starts to be in a very good position.
Another Snapcaster Mage. A lot of cards, no lands from Thomas. So he'll swing in now 2 Mentor and 2 Monks. Jeff to 14. It's a slow grind here. And actually, because that Haunt trigger, if Jeff draws, say, a Lightning Bolt, he actually has a pretty good turn.
Yeah, you get to take care of a bunch of monk tokens and the Static Caster.
Looks like Hoogland may have picked up a copy of Court of Calling, but he just passes the turn again. Still no plays from Thomas.
Jeff has Restoration Angel in hand.
Path to Exile, the draw from Thomas. Still no more spells. This is getting ridiculous.
Yeah, I think he has a second Snapcaster Mage. I was kind of curious if he would just cast that as
Throw
a
it in
2/1
on end
with
step.
Flash. Yeah.
I kind of like Ambush Vipering it.
Yeah, if he's got no spells that he can really cast, right?
Spellskite is the play from Thomas. So that's interesting here. It doesn't actually protect him against Jeff's combo.
Yeah, you,
Right, because it's Kiki Jiki plus Restoration Angel. You can't skite any of that.
yeah.
So he'll swing. Jeff may smell an opportunity. He can end step Restoration Angel and then Court of Calling.
I would try to block this Monastery Mentor.
Yeah, Restoration Angel's the play from Hoogland. I think Thomas will path here, right? He almost has to. Yeah, path to Exile on the Angel. That's going to prowess all the creatures and make another Monk. This is big.
Yep.
And it works. Another Monk for Thomas.
And that Spellskite will make it so Jeff won't be able to kill that Static Caster, trigger that Haunt.
Right. That's big. So a block. We'll see how Jeff blocks. He probably has to block him. Yeah, he blocks Mentor. So he takes 4, goes to 10. Back to Hoogland. Thomas's hand is just choked up on mana. But he's got Hallowed Moonlight, 2 Snapcasters left.
Jeff just picked up a Court of Calling. You'll want to cast that straight away here.
It's a second one, so he has 2 of them. And we've seen before out of Jeff's deck, he can actually engineer some wins out of nowhere with that card.
Yeah, you can produce a lot of value really quickly.
You know, with Thomas down on mana, Jeff may have a chance.
Yeah, so he has Thrag Tusk as an option for a big 5 mana thing that he can find in this window. PN Kieran and Lara would be mitigated by that is a Static Caster, so that's not much of a find.
Yeah, he's going to main phase while Thomas is tapped down, Cord for 5. And I think you might be just right. It could be a Thrag Tusk. And there is the 5/3. That looks like the one Jeff wants. It'll put him back up to 15. Boom. Jeff hanging on here to these Player of the Year hopes. Really staying in a game that it has felt like he's had no business being in.
Yeah, and a big part of the story here is Thomas missing in this 4th land drop for ever.
Well, here it is. It looks like he got a Scalding Tarn that turn.
And that changes the texture of this game entirely. Now he has access to Snapcaster Mage, Logic
Yeah.
Knot.
3 Snapcaster Mages, sure.
He's got Path to Exile as an option as well, Hallowed Moonlight.
You know, one of the things we've seen Tom play this game very conservatively.
Yes.
If I'm a little worried because he's short on lands that Jeff can actually overpower Thomas's interaction.
Since he's been able to stick this second Mentor and create these Monk tokens, he's not that far off from actually closing the game with these four prowess bodies on the table.
Yeah, he's got a Hallowed Moonlight, and that's going to be great against that second Chord of Calling that Jeff has.
Yeah.
He needs to find a window, though, to get, you know, Snapcaster, Path to Exile, the Thrag Tusk, something kind of mopey like that. He's debating, looks like just playing Engineered Explosives for another Monk token.
If he has another 2-mana interactive spell, he can cast Snapcaster Mage for Mutagenic Growth in combat. Either deal with Thrag Tusk or its token that way.
Okay,
You don't want to attack with the Mentor with that going on, but if you just cast Explosives for 0, get the Mentor up to a 3/3, and then you Snapcaster Mutagenic Growth, you can make it a 6 in 1 combat.
Also, the Monks would become 2/2s, meaning if a Thrag Tusk blocked one, Staticaster could finish it off.
Yeah. I think that Thomas is not very far off from closing this game.
Goes to 11. Yeah, he agrees. This is some action on the Jeskai Mentor side. Gets a basic mountain.
He might even cast Explosives for 2. His spell guide is not terribly important, and that Wall of Roots blocking on following turns is kind of a thing. It's not very substantial.
I don't know if I want to leave my mana. No, I want all my lands.
I'm
worried. I'm worried.
I don't think it's his best line.
Just play for 0. We don't need to kill anything. Snapcaster is an option 2. It just says go. Okay, fetches and says go. I do like the timing of that fetch right there, actually. He would hate to be caught on some sort of interactive stack where he needed to Hallowed Moonlight, and then when he went to crack a fetch land, something bad happened.
Yeah, Jeff has a lot of lands in play. He could 2-spell fairly effectively.
So, end step Snapcaster Mage targeting, it looks like Path to Exile, and he's going to path the Wall of Roots. Love it. Another Mentor token. Wall gone. Jeff gets a land. Is Jeff going to Chord now? Thomas is tapped down. No, he's going to let him untap the lands. Slight risk taken by Thomas. I like it. Draws Lightning Helix. Ooh, boy.
Now he gets to untap with access to Hallowed Moonlight. It looks like Jeff has decided his best opportunity to win this game involves trapping Thomas in combat. Yeah. And if this Chord doesn't work, he's kind of in trouble. Well, Thomas has missed land drops for many turns. It's so unlikely that he has nothing relevant.
I want to stop you because we have big action happening here. Thomas draws, and he decides now is the time. It's Engineer Explosives for 0. He prowesses the team, makes another Monk. Jeff puts the Thrag Tusk in front. Thomas is going to tap 2 for Lightning Helix. That's going to go upstairs. Jeff goes to 12. He extends the hand. Thomas Willi goes to 5-3. He makes day 2 of the Invitational. Jeff Hoogland 4-4 will miss. And with that, Tom Ross is your 2016 Player of the Year.
Congratulations to Tom Ross.